Hi, in this video, we are going to talk a little bit about the textures and materials in Unreal Engine, and we are going to see some of the properties of the textures here. So if you want to see the textures, let's say we'll drag one of the model. So the previously we have downloaded some of the model here using the mega scans. So we have opened one of the model here. Blue line which you're going to see, it's nothing but like a model. So suppose in case if I click and drag the model, and these are nothing but the textures here. So for this model, we have a three textures here. So for example, suppose if I double click on this model, you can see this is a model. And suppose if you see without texture, for example, like I will remove the material here. So this is actually the model without texture here. And here you can see this is a base texture of the model here. So if you double click, you can see it's just a color of the model here. So we can call it as like diffuse or albedo. So this is a normal map here, the second one. So what is normal map is it is used to give the details for the model here, means like bumpy details. Means like suppose if you want to make the ground look like more bumpy, we can use this normal map. Suppose for example, if you are not using the normal map and if you want to look the model more bumpy details, so we have to add a lot of mesh here. So instead of adding a lot of mesh, with this normal map information, we can like make the model look more bumpy. So for example, if I open this material here, so laterally I will explain what is this material instance here. So if I double click on this, for example, if I go to this normal option and if I try to increase, so defaultly it was 1. So for example, if I open the model here and when you zoom in, so you can see, suppose if I increase this bump value, now it is going to increase the details of this model here. That means this normal map will have an information which area has to push out and which area has to be pushed down here. Suppose if I put it to 0, then model will be totally flat here. It doesn't look like any details on this model here. So defaultly it was 1, so I will set it to 1. So the last one is also one of the texture, which is a combination of 2-3 images. We can do it by using the Photoshop or any other softwares here. And now we will see some of the properties of the textures here too. So for example, if you want to go to the properties, we can double click on this texture here and you can maximize. So right side, you can see there are some properties which we can make some changes here. So according to the environment, for example, first of all, you can see the details. You can see the texture resolution here as we have downloaded from the Quixel bridge with a medium quality. So this is the resolution of this image here, and you can see if you come down here, you can see some adjustments here. So here we can use this adjustment so that we can increase and decrease the brightness, saturations according to the environment. For suppose if you place this model in any sort of environment, if you want to match the lightings, we can use this options here and we can play with these values. So for example, if you use this brightness here, so for example, if I increase this value, now see it has been increased the brightness of this texture here. So if I go on increasing, you can suppose if you increase the saturation, see it's increasing the saturation here, but still it's not affecting to the model here. For example, let's say we close this and again we will reapply this. So when you reapply this material, now you can see what are the changes we made here. So for time being, I will like Control Z. So there are a lot of options to be changed here. So this depends on the environment where you're placing the model here. So according to the environment, we can change all these values. So there are a lot of other values here to be changed. So it depends on the environment where you're going to place the model. And also here, for example, we can change the color of these textures also by using the hue. See, it's going to be changed here. So for example, if I click on S, and again, if I reapply this, so you can see it has been changed the color of this material here. And also we can change properties in the normal map and the other texture too.